All right, guys, here's where we're at. I'm finishing up the head on the 409, the A3 head that was ported by Morgan. So I'll kind of show you what we got. You can see here, I'm all the way up to here. The installed height for these pack springs is 1.950, and they're pretty much on the number right there. 1.950, 1.950, 1.948. So these are the Motorsport titanium valves for Cleveland, which is a big valve. These are nice, light. And I'll show you the exhaust valve. So here's what I do. I've already done this, so I kind of got to just go over it. But I've noticed that since it had a valve job and things were changed, that we had to mess around with the shims, which it's not a big deal. Kind of actual enjoyable. See how close you can get. I'll tell you, you got to have Ziploc bags. That's for sure. Key, keep everything clean, man. No doubt about that when you're working with cylinder head or any engine work. And you have to put a little sealer on these bolts because they go into the intake port. That's how high the intake port is raised with porting. So let's see what we got here. I've already cleaned this a little bit. Try not to get any oil on it. Since it's going to be sitting for maybe a week or so before we dyno it. 3 weeks, I don't know. Don't need that much. I like to put a little bit of assembly lube on it so it doesn't get stuck in the guides. Don't want nothing being seized or galled. That's what Morgan told me to use. So try to just put a little bit on there. Install it. And then I like to pull it back out and wipe off the residual there, a little extra that hits the guide and doesn't go up into it. This is the shim pack that I had before. You got the spring mic right here. You need the retainer. These are titanium. And you kind of get used to how you set it up and get the valve locks to stay in there while you pull it up to measure it. And then you just adjust the mic. 1950 is my goal. So I like to move it around on there to make sure everything's seated well. And then we'll see what we got. I like to snug it up a couple times just to get everything seated, back it off, and then get a reading. So that's 1,900, 10, 20, 30, 40, that's 55, that's 1,960. So if I can take 10 off that and get it 1,950, I'll try. So we pull out the pack here. You want a little tighter. I got this little thin guy. Then you kind of just look for some shims that may be a little bit thicker than that. It's kind of a guessing game. Let's try this guy. Shim pack goes on. Mic and retainer, valve locks. And this, you just keep repeating the process until you get the right installed height. And that's gonna give you the right seat pressure, which in this case is supposed to be 275 on the seat, 750 on the nose. So there's 9, 20, 30, 40, 45. I'm like 946. Try. I know that'll be okay, although I like it more towards a 50. I'll try again. See what I can do. It's funny, the shims that may be all the same thousands, whatever. I always seem to find some that are different. I got a bunch from Rhode. If they get stuck there, just use your little magnet, pull them off. So we know we're a little tight, and that's the last one I put on there, is this guy, this little thin guy. So, let's see what else we got here. Let's try this. But really it's just trial and error. But I take the time. I want to get it as close as I can to 1,950. Like I said, tighten it up a little bit, kind of get everything to seat. And I always have to wipe my hands because they get a little slippery. I don't want to be slipping off. But this one's tight. This is 934. Can't use that. So let's see what we got. Here's another one. And that's 920, 30, 40. It's getting tight. Actually 950. And if I just put light pressure, that's a 1950. There you go. That's a good one. Let's take it. And you know the locks are good when they get kind of stuck on the valve when you test them a little bit. They shouldn't just fall off there. So the next thing we're going to do, we got our valve seal here. Probably should put new ones in, I don't know. Kind of want to get this thing done. It's already got lube on it. And I just take a little 1/2-inch socket. Sits right on there. You can hear that solid little hit. Nice. Then we get ready and we'll put our spring on. Now I've kept these all in Ziploc bags, so they're pretty clean just the way I took them off the engine. So I put them right back on. Things that I think need to be cleaned, I do. Now here's a key piece, man. The LSM SC2000. Got to have this if you're going to work with high spring pressures. Can't use that cheap stuff they sell Harbor Freight, man. Main thing is to get it centered. When you got it on there, go ahead and tighten it up towards your valve. Kind of get it, and make sure you're in the center of the valve, square. And then you bring it back. Same thing here. You want it centered right on that retainer so those locks will go right on without any issue. And then I just kind of turn it nice and slow. That's the thing about this LSM. It's easy to work with. High spring pressures, nothing to it. Like taking candy from a baby. Nice tool. Make a lot of good quality products. And then I just lean the head back here so I can get in here with these locks. And you can kind of feel them, they go in there. Sometimes you may have to loosen up a little bit, get them to seat right. That's why it's important to get the locks right. And then just back it off nice and easy. And watch your fingers. You want to make sure you get them out of there before you totally release it. And I always do it when I know it's coming up tight. It looks good. I'm okay with that. I let it down. Pop it right off. And I always like to take a look. I don't like to look right at it, but I can tell when that lock's on there right. But there it is. That's the number 4 intake valve. It looks pretty cool. We know it's at 1950. I put it in my little book here that I've been keeping track of. Today's 09/04/21, 1.950. We'll take that. It's awesome. So the next thing on this part, what we do is I got to put the pedestal back on. And I'll tell you, I'm looking at those 1/8 rockers from Yellow Terra. So I'm trying to make sure that I can use them and not have spring bind or have any other issue, piston and valve clearance. So I had to add like a 78,000 shim to these. 0927. And then they fit right here in the pedestal. They have a little roll pin. The Yellow Terra do, and that's what they're pinned in. Nice and tight, then there's an issue. Although the bolt is what holds it in there, and that just keeps it from rotating. But they do go in, like I said, the intake ports, so I put just a tiny bit of sealer on them, so no oil's going down in there from the rockers. Put the bolt back in there to center it. Then I'll just tap it in square. And then I just hit the roll pin one time in the center. Good. And we're on to the next one. In this case, we got the exhaust valve here. Another titanium motorsport valve from back in the day. You don't see these around, they're rare. The new stuff I'm going with is going to be from Victory. Same process. Clean it up, lube it up, put it in, measure it, see what we have. And obviously your head's all cleaned up before you're doing any of this stuff for the final assembly. You know, I've already, like I said, set these up, but now that it's had a valve job and things move, I want to make sure they're correct. I don't want to end up having anything that's not right. I want valves bouncing off the seat. Ready. Valve float. Now this one's already, I can see 965, 970. Right, no way we're using this. 50, 65, yep. Use these three towels. So like I said, the installed height is 1.950, and let's see where we're at here. We tighten it up a little bit, and we're 1.950 right there. So let's check it again. Like I said, I liked it. That's perfect, man. Can't beat it. 1.950, baby. Yep. 1.950 on the exhaust. So you got to have a good selection of shims, I'll tell you. Funny, this old hammer, I've had this thing for probably close to 40 years. Old Mac hammer. It's funny how you don't lose things or get rid of them. They last a lifetime if you take care of them. So that looks pretty good. We'll do the same thing here. Center of the valve. This thing's got a lot of roller bearings in it. Makes it so easy to adjust stuff. You can't get it, once you get this even a tiny bit tight, it's hard to adjust this thing, center it. Yep, put it through, tighten it up. See the valve stem coming up there, nice and straight, that's key. And you kind of want to get it at the right spot so they just pop right in. Just remember, be careful. Little quick moves. And then just be careful when you're letting it up. Make sure they're in there good. You see them that they're lined up the way they're supposed to be. There it is. They look like they got the space. They look good. That's the thing about when you're building something, man. Write down everything. Everything. You know, that's the blueprint aspect of it. Put that back in here. We're done, man. We're ready to rock and roll. Get this on the engine, get the rockers on it. So now I'll write down what the seat pressure is. Let's get the block ready to put together.